skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills, world skills, world skills, world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills.
Good morning, everyone. Parliamentary Secretary, the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, METVT, Senator Dr. Ramel Springer. Permanent Secretary, METVT, Betty Aline Headley. Chairman, TVET Council, Dr. Albert Bess. Executive Director, TVET Council, Mr. Henderson Eastman. Heads of participating training institutions. Other representatives of the METVT, Manager, Technical Services Department, Technical TVET Council, Ms. Wendy McLean. Manager, Finance and Corporate Services, TVET Council, Mr. Matthew Graves. And our colleagues joining online, council members, staff, and stakeholders of the TVET Council. We have competitors, judges, instructors, skill advisors, sponsors, and World Skills Barbados local organizing committee members, and all our colleagues from the World Skills International family across the world. Good morning and welcome to the launch of World Skills Barbados 2020. Now, this competition will be the 5th time that this unique live biennial competition, which is modeled on the International World Skills Competition, is going to be staged. The World Skills Barbados competition is a technical and vocational skills competition which caters to students between the ages of 16 to 21 who are enrolled in TVET programs in Barbados. It is a biennial event, and the first competition was held back in 2012 and biennial, so we've had competitions every 2 years since then, 2014, 16, and 18. TVET Council through World Skills Barbados is affiliated with the International World Skills Program, which globally promotes skills excellence and development through a number of methods, including research, promoting skills excellence and development through career building, education and training, international cooperation and development, and skills competitions. The World Skills Barbados competition is based on the international competition, which is the world's largest vocational skills competition. It promotes world-class standards and introduces youth to over 56 skill areas. And these skill areas include from aircraft maintenance to cabinet making, 3D digital game art, mechatronics, CNC milling and turning, hairdressing and welding. And the World Skills International competition has over 80 members. I think we are 85 member countries right now. So an update on the World Skills competition. We had our preliminaries in March this year, and they took place at the respective institutions, 3 public and 2 private institutions. We had the Barbados Community College, Barbados Vocational Training Board, Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute, Nikita's Salon and School of Cosmetology, and the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. During the preliminaries, we had 8 skill areas. We had automobile technology, beauty therapy, car painting, cooking, fashion technology, hairdressing, graphic design technology, and restaurant service. Moving on to the finals of the competition will only be 6 skill areas, and I'll tell you a bit about that a little later as well. So we won't be having automobile technology and beauty therapy in the finals this year of World Skills Barbados. The competition will be held over 4 days, and I'll give you those dates a little later as well. So to explain how the preliminaries work, what we do is we take the test project from the past World Skills International competition, and we select one module, and all competitors are to complete this module, and they complete the module at their respective institutions. So the students from BCC will do their prelims there, and BVTB, and so on and so forth. And the competitors with the highest score will advance to the finals. However, in this case, what we've implemented this year is a minimum score in the preliminaries. And that minimum score is 50%. So all competitors advancing to the finals of World Skills Barbados competition had to score 50% or more in the prelims. And we're doing this to, well, one, encourage skills excellence, but also to improve the quality of the competitor that we have at the finals, and hopefully in turn the quality of the competitor who represents Barbados. In addition to this year, last year we have the competitor developmental program, and even with the impact of COVID, we've recognized even more the importance of targeting the soft skills of competitors. Those are what we call core skills or employability skills, trying to improve the attitudes of our young people, forming them, shaping them into young, skilled professionals. After this year's competition, hopefully all things going well, we will be able to have competitors representing Barbados at the World Skills Americas competition, which obviously due to the impact of COVID-19 had to be postponed from this year, and a date has not yet been finalized. And World Skills International competition as well, it should be in September 2021, but again, it depends on the outlook of the world, so on. So to announce the dates and the venue of the World Skills Barbados competition. World Skills Barbados 2020 will be held from November 19th to 22nd, 4-day competition, and it will be held at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center in 2 Mile Hill, St. Michael. And the closing and award ceremony will be held at the same venue on December 1st. So on December 1st, you will know who the winners of the World Skills Barbados competition are. All right, thank you. I will now hand over to Mr. Eastman to give the remarks.
Parliamentary Secretary, Springer, Permanent Secretary, David Allen Hagley, Chairman of the Council, Dr. Bess, heads of other training institutions, other representatives of the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Manager of Technical Services, TVET Council, Ms. McLean, and Manager of Finance and Corporate Services, Mr. Graves. Competitors, judges, instructors, trainers, skill advisors, sponsors, World Skills Barbados Local Organizing Committee, other council members, stakeholders, family, and friends of World Skills Barbados and World Skills International. Barbados became an associate member of World Skills in 2011, becoming the 2nd English-speaking Caribbean member, Jamaica became a full member in 2002. The first biennial World Skills Barbados competition was held in 2012. We went on to participate in the second World Skills Americas in November 2012. The island sole representative Akila Chapman from the Barbados Vocational Training Board got silver medal in the ladies and men's hairdressing category. In 2014, following the stages of the second biennial World Skills Barbados competition, the country again entered the World Skills Americas competition. Mukia Clark of Samaj International School of Cosmetology and Trichology won a bronze in the hairdressing category. Barbados became a full member of World Skills International in 2017, sending for the first time 4 competitors in automobile technology, cooking, fashion technology, and hairdressing, respectively, to the 44th Biennial Competition World Skills Abu Dhabi 2017, which took place in the United Arab Emirates. Last year, we sent 6 competitors to the 45th Biennial World Skills Competition in Kazan, Russia. Our top place, Shea White, who was within a couple points striking distance of a medallion of excellence, represented Barbados in cooking and was subsequently selected to the World Skills Champions Trust as the representative for America. A role which has provided her with opportunities for personal development training, and to represent the youth voice in education and training at various global events, including the United Nations. By encouraging training institutions to integrate the World Skills standards into their curriculum, the TVET Council is seeking to help better prepare all TVET students to function at the level whereby they could qualify for medallions of excellence at the very least, if given the opportunity to compete at the international level. A medallion of excellence says you are at world level. It is also for this reason to better prepare our World Skills competitors to function at the international standard that the World Skills Barbados scoring system was modified to reflect the importance of the inclusion of soft skills as part of judging. This approach has been verified by the situation coming out of COVID-19. The UN has made a call via World Skills International for training institutions to place greater emphasis on putting soft skills or core skills front and center in technical training. This is because the pandemic showed that TVET students and graduates with strong soft skills are more adaptable, flexible, and marketable, rather than those with technical and vocational training that is too narrowly focused. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected the global TVET system and practical learning. Globally, the World Skills International, UNESCO, UNIVOC, and similar organizations have been having strategy meetings to review and mitigate against the negative impact of the pandemic and to identify a way forward for skills-based training and face-to-face learning. The use of technology such as virtual and augmented reality and video conferencing meeting software have been discussed, as well as blended learning approaches inclusive of face-to-face and online. Respondents to a survey of TVET institutions jointly collected by UNESCO and the International Labour Organization and the World Bank reported that distance training became the most common way of imparting skills, with considerable difficulties regarding, among others, curricular adaptation, training and trainer preparedness, connectivity or assessment and certification processes. Globally, more than 1 in 6 young people are out of work due to COVID-19. As young people are called upon to contribute to the recovery effort, they will need to be equipped with the skills to successfully manage evolving challenges and the resilience to adapt to future disruptions. Moving forward, Barbados wants all of its competitors to achieve a medallion of excellence, which means they are meeting World Skills standards. Medallions are awarded to persons who have met the World Skills standards but have not achieved gold, silver, or bronze. Of course, we will be going for these primary medals, gold, silver, and bronze, but we want all competitors to be able to function at the international level. That will be an indicator to show that Barbados had made improvements with regard to its education and training system. Businesses have the chance to develop the higher learning skills required by their respective sectors by sponsoring the affiliated skill areas. They have a chance to ensure that their sectors are acquiring the skills needed to grow their businesses and make them more competitive. For example, Automotive Art has supported carpentering skill area through providing training, equipment, materials, as well as resource persons. The TVET Council is also trying to achieve this objective by the introduction of higher level qualifications, and one of them is the higher level national and Caribbean vocational qualifications. That is only one. Finally, the International World Skills Competition is pitched between levels 3 and 4, which means that if we are able to offer these in our institutions, we will be able to produce TVET graduates with higher level skills and improve our performance at these international competitions. Not only that, it will provide the society with the human resource capacity to take on a more sophisticated industrial sector for Barbados, for which we can look to the growth areas, especially where we need not only to get involved in import substitution, but move on to improving our exports. And thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eastman. I'll now ask our chairman, Dr. Albert Best, to give some remarks as well.
All protocols observed. Good morning, all. As chairman of the TVET Council, I'm very pleased to observe the work that is being done by and through the Secretariat in general, and the World Skills Barbados program in particular. Such work includes matters such as placing even greater emphasis on assisting training institutions to map the national and the Caribbean vocational qualifications, as you know, as MVQs and CVQs standards, and the world skills standards to the curriculum being used to teach their students. And developing the competitors' soft skills, also known as employability skills, which is being done in collaboration with the Barbados Employers Confederation. This year's finalists are the second cohort to undergo the Competitors Development Program, which covers areas such as understanding business etiquette, standards of professional behavior, practicing the communication process and different types of communication, and effective presentation techniques. The provision of training in these soft skills or core skills, in addition to the technical training, which each competitor undergoes in preparation for the World Skills Barbados, the World Skills Americas, and or the International World Skills Competition, aids this country in developing a cadre of young people who can meet global standards of excellence in diverse vocations and occupations, and who can share their experiences with us here at home. My fellow council members and I are of the opinion that over the years, a healthier respect for the discipline of technical and vocational education and training has developed. As a professional in a primarily technical field with high academic prerequisite and content, I can vouch for the value of the TVET discipline in complementing the mostly academic process that has dominated Barbados' education system. The Council and I continue to support the belief that the time has long passed to transform the thinking and practice, which is prohibiting skills development and excellence in this country, and indeed the region. We believe that the World Skills Program will do a lot to help improve the quality of Barbados' national TVET system and ensure that technical and vocational education and training, also known as TVET, is truly the key to a highly skilled, competent, and productive workforce, and the facilitation of diverse career pathways, including entrepreneurship. The Council is presently working on building a dual educational system for Barbados. This is being done through four modalities. One, the mapping of curricula to the World Skills International standards. Two, capacity building training in several technological areas through partnerships for which World Skills International is a major partner. Three, the implementation of higher level CNMVQs, level 3 and above. Four, the development of applied and occupational associate and bachelor degrees, and maybe masters in applied doctorates. Occupational and applied degrees prepare students for careers in job-specific areas. They also are equivalent to some traditional degrees and are designed to fill gaps in on-the-job training. My personal belief is that this addition to our national offerings could also bridge the gap between how the academic graduate and the tech vault graduate is perceived socially in Barbados. And this is just my personal view. I grew up in an era where children were told to study hard and become doctors and lawyers. But does it require any less effort, whether in or out of a classroom, to become a competent motor mechanic or an executive chef? And is an electrician or a skilled farmer any less essential to our current way of life? The World Skills Barbados competition is a vehicle for changing the archaic Barbadian perspective of the bright child versus the dumpsy child. And we all need to be on board to nurture the diverse career pathways that are becoming available to all of our children and are being highlighted by such efforts as these competitions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Best. And I'll ask the Parliamentary Secretary, Dr. Springer, to give his remarks.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Mrs. Betty Allen Headley, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training. Dr. Albert Best, Chairman, TVET Council Barbados. Mr. Henderson Eastman, Executive Director, TVET Council Barbados. Heads of Training Institutions. Mr. Dario Walcott, Technical Officer and Lead Officer for World Skills Barbados, TVET Council Barbados. Staff of the TVET Council Barbados. Competitors, judges, instructors, trainers, skill experts, sponsors, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. There is no doubt that the people of Barbados are our greatest resource. It is important to recognize that education is a far-reaching and a lifelong process, which should be treated as such. It is therefore incumbent on all of us to continue investing in the development, training, retraining, and retooling of our people. This dictates that education is neither limited to a particular area, nor terminated at particular times during the course of our lives. Our government understands the importance of skills and the major role technical and vocational education plays in workforce development, and by extension, national development and economic competitiveness. One of the key components of the 2012 revised CARICOM Regional TVET Strategy states that when TVET is integrated into general education, rather than presented as the option for excluding students from a general education, it gains a legitimacy that is appealing to many students who have an interest in technical and technological subjects and who want to pursue careers in those areas. This increased interest arms students with a sense of self-motivation, which results in a commitment to success. Success will only be possible in a global 21st century working environment with the application of 21st century approaches. One such approach is to aim to produce a 21st century worker, a worker who is multidimensional, one who is furnished with soft skills, skills in literacy, numeracy, technology, problem solving, communication, and teamwork. With these skills, people of all demographics in our society become properly placed to respond to the demands of an ever-changing global workforce. This is almost impossible in the absence of skills and vocational training. According to Aristotle, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines our destiny. The choice of striving for excellence, of testing and pushing the boundaries of our limits, result in the advancement and overall improvement of civilization. Success is seen as the hallmark of excellence. And as a progressive nation, success must not only be measured in areas of academia, but in our achievements in areas of skill development. It is for this reason that I continue to support all opportunities for our citizens to pursue avenues of excellence. It is why the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training continues to support the World Skills Barbados program, which provides exposure to global standards of excellence in the technical and vocational discipline. Our TVET students are afforded opportunities to match their knowledge and skill sets against their peers across the globe. They are exposed to cutting-edge technology and are introduced to the most updated processes and techniques. Moreover, our instructors and trainers are afforded the opportunity to be exposed to continuous professional development. I am told that between 2017 and this year, the World Skills Program has provided some 16 training opportunities for trainers and practitioners from the public and private sector in such diverse areas, which include, but are not limited to, vocational assessment, beauty therapy workshops on application of individual lashes, waxing using the sugaring method, optoelectronic technology, additive manufacturing, and drone operations. As new world skills standards are developed, best practice companies from around the world get the opportunity to review and provide feedback on those standards. Local companies, which are interested in benefiting from such opportunities, are encouraged to indicate their interest in the World Skills Program to the TVET Council Barbados. It is envisioned that the TVET Council will undertake to either provide or facilitate the opportunity for these practitioners to be trained. And this would redound to the benefit of the worker, the company, and by extension, the country. The executive director of the council in his remarks earlier has indicated the impact that the COVID-19 pandemic has had on technical and vocational education and training globally. It must not be lost on us that during the last major global recession, the international community looked to technical and vocational education as the catalyst for the revival of economies through the development and provision of desperately needed skilled labor. Once again, our global community is looking to the education and training sector to continue the upgrading of skills of the global workforce. In particular, there is the demand for skills and career development. Against the backdrop of these 21st century demands, the World Skills Program will help to ensure that Barbados and its people are properly prepared to respond to those needs. In light of the foregoing, And on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Technological, and Vocational Training, I wish the very best of luck to all participants in the 2020 World Skills Barbados competition. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Springer. And it is with that I will now announce the finalists of the World Skills Barbados 2020 competition. And we will start with the finalists in car painting. We have 5 finalists in this skill area. All of the finalists are from the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. We have Jashawn Allen, Kevon Bennett, Renico Brewster, Tariq Mears, and Romario Yearwood. In cooking, competitors from actually all 4 training institutions. From the Barbados Community College, we have Jessica Cummings, Shaquan Graham, Brandon Jones, and Louis Worrell. From the Barbados Vocational Training Board, we have Cody Hines, Darrell Hunt, Shananka Ned, Jason Willoughby. From the Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute, Deshaun Wiggins. And from the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, Brittany Graves. In fashion technology, there's only 1 finalist, and as I said before, we had the 50% cutoff for the preliminary rounds. And the finalist for that skill area is from the Barbados Vocational Training Board, and that is Zabriel Masaya. Design technology, we had a similar occurrence, and that finalist is from the Barbados Community College, and he is Trey Graves. In hairdressing, from the Barbados Vocational Training Board, we have Asia Bab and Kendria Mears. From the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, Aaliyah Clark, Kadeen Hines, and Rachel Jones. In restaurant services, 4 finalists from the Barbados Community College and 1 from the Barbados Vocational Training Board. So from BCC, we have Shanika Cadogan, O'Sherry Von Dorant, Tokwanja Giddings, and Jay Paris. And from the Barbados Vocational Training Board, we have Elia Thompson. And those, ladies and gentlemen, are the finalists of the World Skills Barbados competition, which, as I mentioned before, will be held at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center from November 19th to 22nd. It's a 4-day competition. I don't know if that's any implication of a 4-day work week, but competitors are expected to compete on all 4 days of competition. All right? And with that, I will now invite the media to ask any questions. And if you have any questions, please come to the microphone here to my right and ask us. Please also state your name and media house. Right.
Good morning, Sharika Griffith from CBC. Mr. Eastman, you would have spoken to the impact of the pandemic on technical and vocational training globally. I'd like to hear about, bring it back to a local sense and find out what is happening with TVET in Barbados.
Well, the TVET is not a deliverer, we oversee and we certify, but the training institutions would have been impacted with the shutdown, and face-to-face teaching was interrupted. I think then the institution then had to move very swiftly to online delivery. The TVET Council itself then, we operated in an online from home. We had the capacity to such, but we were already in the process of developing e-portfolios, and we had those developed. So, and our external verifiers now will be operating in e-mode. They don't have to really visit a center now. So all of that had to be speeded up to meet the situation with COVID. So it really caught Barbados napping because technical and vocational education has a practical hands-on component. But that can be speeded up, expanded to a wider audience if you invest in the technology. It will shorten the time that you actually spend, shall we say, if you can use the crew term workshop, because it's not always a workshop. If you're dealing with the IT, it's be at the computer. If you're dealing with the cooking, it's be in the kitchen or whatever. But if you have simulations, etc., and if the staff are well trained in how to use open course software, they can pull a lot of things and you can get a lot of experience before you actually come to the workshop. But we prefer the blended learning because at some stage, we want you to put your hand on the equipment and know how to use the equipment, right? So just like you don't want anybody to just watch the videos of how to repair a car. You want them to actually repair the car. And you want to take your vehicle to a person that you know is competent to repair the car. And I don't know why sometimes we think, but doctors have a period of internship. You call it internship. Lawyers, they don't let you operate on nobody by just watching simulation. You got to operate, and you got to operate with your supervisors and your coach until they deem that you're competent. So it's the same thing. But the technology can enhance, quicken the process, widen the access, and shorten the time that you spend. So you'll be familiar with the equipment and familiar with the procedures by the time you get to the hands-on part. So we had some challenges, but we are working feverishly to overcome. Most of the institutions now, both BCC, SJPI, and BVTV, has had I think the last semester, last year, they did quite a bit to finish off online teaching.
Good morning, Julie Walker, Barbados Advocate. Mr. Walcott, you mentioned that there were two categories that didn't happen this year: beauty therapy and automobile. Explain the reason why.
Right. So as I said, we had the 50% cutoff for competitors to advance to the finals of the competition. And unfortunately, none of the competitors in those skill areas would have been able to make that 50% mark.
Okay. Mr. Eastman, you also spoke on the importance of sponsors being involved in this. I just wanted to know, what are you seeing from corporate Barbados? Are you pleased with their response or not?
Well, you could never be satisfied. Technical education is not cheap. And that is why academic education has remained dominant. To build a dual education system means that you have to invest heavily in TVET. You can always get a master's and a degree and a doctorate from pen and paper tests. Huh? When you do a sociology degree and a management degree, it's pen and paper. You cannot do that with a TVET qualification because of the competence expected. So you cannot train people to world standards to work in a 5-star hotel when you got 2-star facilities. And that's the problem that we always face with TVET. It is because it's expensive and because the history of the Caribbean, it's not only Barbados, but the Caribbean, is that education and training is a government activity. In more advanced and successful societies, education and training has a heavy partnership with the private sector. They sit down with the government sector and they decide the curriculum. They open their businesses for students to come in and do apprenticeships and do the hands-on because they recognize the benefit to them. Because you know that if you have a business and more often than not, you take people from out the system, you have to turn around and train them, especially if you're doing manufacturing or any kind of technical work. They come with the degrees and what's not. But you have to sometimes you spend up to almost a year getting them up to the level to do what you want. So if you have the private sector on board, and it's a tough job. You private sector fund training. They usually have more modern equipment that you will find in the institutions because government can't do it all. And that is the battle that we are fighting. And the problem with technical and vocational education, especially in the Caribbean, Barbados in the Caribbean, is the funding. It is very expensive. And it's very expensive to maintain and to keep up. By the time you buy a piece of equipment, next 5 years that outdated, and you gotta look for a fresh piece of equipment. So we are fighting that battle as to how to fund TVET and how to draw business partners. And we are doing that through the World Skills, etc. I'm sure the institutions are doing their part. Because I saw this week in the paper, Mr. Drake had some scholarships from the National Oil Company, about 11. Those are the kind of things that you want. So we are trying to draw the private sector close to us so that they can bridge that gap between government funding and them and improve things.
Any other questions?
Just a follow-up to Janit's question, seeing as how no one would have met the 50% minimum in those two subject areas, is that an area of concern for TVET? Does it perhaps speak to the level of training and perhaps something needs to be done in that area?
Well, I'm not sure because we had some people who represented in these areas last year, but what we did, we tried to set the standards. It's a work in progress. So we had tried to set standards as you see what is happening. In the first year, we saw that some of the students really couldn't talk to the press. If you're representing a country and you're going to international competition, people can bring the microphone and the camera and put in your face. You got to be able to talk, right? And we saw some gaps, and that is why we introduced the course program that is delivered by BEC. And then when we went to World Skills, there were a lot of countries, not only some from the Caribbean, and World Skills expressed that concern that companies were coming and competitors were scoring very low. So the first thing they did, it didn't say anything. They sent and asked for the CV of the experts. So if somebody sent and asked for the CV of the experts, doesn't that send a hint to you? So we started then putting standards on our experts. We wanted all our experts to at least be at the degree level or above. These are the people who are going to prepare the students. And then we moved to setting more stringent cutoffs for our competitors because you don't want to send competitors from Barbados and way down and all things. So it is a work in progress. So that bar has been moved.
Thanks. To also add to Mr. Eastman's point, Sharika, what we've recognized in our system as well is that our competitors, our candidates, our students actually start their TVET training a lot later. In terms, we're doing the CVQs in schools now, but in some countries, the high flyers in World Skills International, their competitors actually leave their high school at 16 years old with what we have our level 2 qualifications. Right. So they're able to start earlier, which means that our competitors, if we have them within the age range, 16 to 21 here, they may not be at the level that we require them to be at. So hence why we're trying to map the World Skills standards to the curriculum in the institutions. And we've invested and we've started the World Skills Barbados Juniors competition to make sure that we're able to start the TVET training at younger ages in Barbados. All right. Thank you. Any other questions? No? Okay, I'd like to thank all of you for attending this morning. I want to pay a special mention to our partners and sponsors. I'd like to thank the automotive art. Over the last 2 years, automotive art has really supported us, as Mr. Eastman said, with equipment and materials and resource personnel. I'd like to thank the institutions, the Barbados Community College, Barbados Vocational Training Board, the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute. I'd also like to thank the Barbados Light and Power, who've committed to supporting us over a number of years. KPMG, who has always audited our competitions. I'd like to give a special thank you to them. I'd like to thank the Barbados Employers Confederation, who have partnered with us the last 2 cycles with the Competitor Developmental Program, working on the soft skills or the core skills of our competitors. And I'd like to say a special thank you to the Media Resource Department, who have partnered with us today to stream this media briefing to you. And I'll throw it out here in the early that we'd also like to stream the World Skills Barbados competition. Hope I'm not putting you on the spot, but obviously with the impact of COVID-19, we won't have the numbers coming into Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center, and we would like to showcase the talent and skills of our competitors to the world, not just to Barbados, but to the world. And I think that's our opportunity. COVID-19 has shown us that we can operate differently and we can make contact with all of our partners around the world. So again, thank you to all of you, and do have a wonderful day. All right.
World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud